What if I told you that the key to massive success isn't about working more hours, or even being naturally talented, but about how you structure your focus and habits? Some say the secret is cutting distractions and working deeply, while others argue that small, consistent improvements lead to greatness. That's exactly the battle between Deep Work by Cal Newport and Atomic Habits by James Clear. But which one is the real game changer? Or, do you need both? Stay with me till the end, because we're breaking down these books in a way that might completely change how you work and grow. Let's start with what these books are all about. Deep Work is all about mastering concentration in a world full of distractions. Cal Newport argues that true success comes from focused, high-quality work, not just being busy. On the other hand, Atomic Habits is about leveraging small changes to create unstoppable momentum. James Clear believes that tiny habits, repeated daily, determine your success far more than motivation or willpower. But here's the real question. Should you eliminate distractions and go all in on deep focus? Or should you build habits that guide you effortlessly toward success? What if you're missing out on something crucial by only choosing one? Let's break it down. Imagine sitting down to work with zero distractions, total clarity, and insane productivity. That's the promise of deep work. Cal Newport divides work into two types: shallow work, checking emails, attending unnecessary meetings, responding to messages, and deep work, where you enter a state of pure focus and create something of true value. Newport's biggest claim? Most people are drowning in shallow work, but those who master deep work will dominate their field. He even compares it to a superpower, one that few people will ever develop. But here's where things get interesting. Deep work is great in theory, but how do you actually stick to this level of focus? Because let's be real, our brains are wired for distraction. And that's where Atomic Habits takes a completely different approach. Instead of fighting distractions with sheer willpower, Atomic Habits teaches you how to rewire your brain so success becomes automatic. James Clear argues that the real problem isn't lack of focus. It's relying on motivation instead of systems. His 4 laws of habit building: make it obvious, make it attractive, make it easy, and make it satisfying, help you shape behaviors that compound over time. Here's the twist. While Deep Work says you need to go all in and cut distractions, Atomic Habits says you don't need to be perfect. You just need tiny 1% improvements that stack up over time. So what's better? Radical focus or small, consistent progress? Let's be honest, not everyone can quit social media, lock themselves in a room, and do deep work all day. And not everyone has the patience to wait for tiny habits to add up. Here's where both books have their weaknesses. Deep Work is brilliant for people in creative or knowledge-based work, writers, programmers, entrepreneurs. But it's also hard to implement in a chaotic, unpredictable job. On the other hand, Atomic Habits works for everyone. But some argue it lacks the urgency and intensity needed for fast results. Here's the truth. These books aren't rivals, they're teammates. Imagine combining them, using Atomic Habits to build the discipline to enter deep work mode consistently. That's the ultimate productivity system. Deep Work helps you focus. Atomic Habits helps you stay consistent. Together, they make you unstoppable. Alright, let's break it down with a side-by-side comparison so you can clearly see the differences and the strengths of both books. First, the main idea. Deep Work is all about eliminating distractions and focusing intensely on high-value tasks. It's about getting into a deep state of concentration where you do your best, most meaningful work. Meanwhile, Atomic Habits is built on the idea that small, consistent habits compound over time, leading to massive results without needing bursts of motivation or extreme focus. Next, the goal of each book. Deep Work teaches you how to work smarter by focusing deeply, cutting out shallow distractions, and producing high-quality work. On the other hand, Atomic Habits focuses on behavior change. It helps you create small, automatic routines that gradually lead to success. Now, who benefits the most from each book? If you're a writer, entrepreneur, programmer, or anyone who needs long, uninterrupted focus, Deep Work is for you. It teaches you how to master concentration and produce high-impact work. But if you're someone looking for general self-improvement, like building healthier habits, becoming more productive in everyday life, or just making lasting positive changes, then Atomic Habits is the better fit. But what about the weaknesses? Here's where things get interesting. Deep work is incredibly powerful. But let's be real. It's hard to implement in a chaotic, unpredictable job. If you have a family, a demanding workplace, or constant interruptions, getting into deep focus can be tough. On the other hand, Atomic Habits is easier to apply, but the results aren't as immediate. It takes time for habits to stack up, and for some, that slow progress can feel frustrating. So what's the final takeaway? If you want to master focus and do deep, high-value work, deep work is your guide. But if you want a long-term, sustainable system for success, Atomic Habits is the way to go. And honestly, if you combine them, that's where the magic happens. Imagine using Atomic Habits to develop the discipline needed to practice deep work daily. That's the ultimate productivity system. Now the big question is, which approach resonates more with you? Do you prefer deep concentration or gradual habit building? Or maybe both? Let me know in the comments. Now it's your turn. Which book resonates with you more? Do you value deep concentration? Or do you prefer small, steady improvements? Drop a comment below and let me know. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more book breakdowns like this one. See you in the next video.